Hey guys, today I want to talk about the welcome flow because it has 20% more revenue generation capability than any other flow, and it has an open rate of more than 60% and click rate of more than 20% and the conversion rate of 3%. So today we'll deep dive into the welcome flow to understand how you can maximize the revenue through welcome flow. So here you can see we're splitting between the customers and prospects. So the reason for that is for people who have already bought from us and then after buying they subscribe to our email list, we will not send them the first discount code. We'll only send them an email saying thank you for buying and welcome to the brand. That's it. We will not send any incentive that we promised on the pop-up form versus those people, because on the pop-up form we usually say that the discount code is only for the first time buyers. So if they have already bought, we will not send them the discount code. Now look at the other sort of flows. After the first email, everything else remains the same. We are not changing anything in the welcome flow, but we will be changing it in the other flows. You can also peek browser abandonment flow. We'll talk about it in the next email, in the next video, sorry. So let's deep dive it. Now, the first welcome is about the incentive, introducing the brand. The second is about the best sellers. You're just telling the best sellers of your brand. And then the third email is about your brand story, and then after that is testimonials. After that, it's what makes us different. And then there's like sort of an educational email. So educational email is just like an email where you educate your customers. It's not selling anything. You're just telling your customers about your product. So it may be that if you're selling ropes, you can tell your customers if your ropes has multiple pockets. So you can tell your customers, okay, we have multiple pockets and you can use our pockets in this way. So it creates like an authority in the minds of the customers. Okay, they are selling this product and they are also telling me about the features of the product. They are not just sending me promotional emails. And then after that there's like an objection handling email. So of course we have to make sure that people who will go through the automation, they will only receive the next email if they haven't bought the product or they haven't ordered anything. If they have placed an order, then they will be excluded from the welcome email. So this is about it. Now, so that's why we're sending the objectional handling email. Now, objectional handling is just, okay, if customer still hasn't bought the product, then you will, make sure that you handle any of the objections. The objection can be about the price. You are maybe like GS brand, your pricing is a little above the competition. So you can, handle that objection. Tell customers why you are more expensive than others. What's the reason behind it, how you are creating more value. How, how they are getting more value out of your product than the competition. So this is the main thing. And then the last email for the prospect side, those people who haven't bought, is the incentive. Is there are two emails more ending soon. So incentive is ending soon is like an email where we just mentioned that, remind them about the discount code because they still haven't purchased. So also we kind of mentioned the discount code in all these emails as well, because it is important that they know, okay, this is still, talking about the discount code that I got from the pop-up form. And then last email is like a plain text email. It will have no design whatsoever. It will be plain text, and then it will be from the founder. The email can say, okay, I'm the founder of the brand, and then you will handle some kind of objection as well and mention that, okay, why have you still not purchased from us? Is there anything we can help you with? Reply to this email and I will get back to you, and some kind of that email. So it creates a personalization. Okay, the brand or the brand owner is speaking to me. So it creates an authority and it creates a personalization as well, and it builds trust with the customer. So that is the main thing. And then we also say that the 48 hours remaining in this email, so to create that urgency. Now, if we go deep dive into how these emails look for one of the brands. So here you can see this is for the customers. It doesn't have any incentive. So we are just mentioning welcome to the discounts and not mentioning any of the discount code. And then this is the main email that prospects will receive. So we have kept the copy and all the design very simple because it's the first email and we only want to focus on the discount code here. And we just have a CTA shop luxury gifts. It is a gift brand. So, and then the second email is bestsellers. We mentioned the bestsellers here. These are the 3-4 bestsellers here. And then the next email is the brand story email. We, we mentioned the competition and how we are a little bit better. And then the next email is the brand story email. Here we mention something about the brand, but we don't keep it too long as well. We mention it with the graphics, not the text, because if we have like long text of brand story, then maybe people won't read. But you can create different strategy as well. For example, you can end the brand story email in terms of plain text email instead of the design email. So people will receive it may be also from the founder. And then as you may see, we are also mentioning the discount code. Okay, here, so okay, this is your discount code. And then here we are also mentioning the discount code, so people remember, okay, we also have a discount code, we don't have to purchase the full price. And his email, he will say, so this is the reviews and testimonials email. Here we say, okay, our brand is trusted by 23,000 gift because we have this many customers. And then we also mention some of the reviews, some of the very personalized reviews, not just one liners, but something that builds a lot of trust, and it creates an emotional connection because it's also a gift brand, and people gift it to make other people happy, and they may have objections as to will we receive the gift properly, and will the recipient be happy, because their reputation is at stake here. So we are mentioning the reviews here that are great, awesome, lovely gift box bought from us, and so it can be bought for anybody. So that's why we're mentioning here different people here as well, one for daughter, one for son. And we are here just mentioning, okay, we are in sort of a graphic. So the next email, what makes us different? Here we are comparing our brand to the high street experience. So what it just means is, if you don't buy from us, and if you buy individual products from, let's say, retail shops, so that won't be the experience that your recipient might like, compared to buying a gift box from us, which will be extremely personalized, and the material will be extremely luxurious. So that's why we're comparing it with the high street experience. And then the next email is incentive is ending soon, 10% off and soon. It's also a short email. And then the last email is a founder's email. Okay, we created this brand for this reason, you still haven't bought.
Okay, so now we will see how to create the welcome flow in Omniscient from scratch. So first of all, we are splitting between customers and prospects. So we have to create a segment. So we will split it based on the segment. So we will go to Omniscient and then go to the audience section and then go to segments, create segment, and we can do create from scratch, and we will just select here placed order at least once in total, and then say okay, ordered. You can just name it ordered at least once. You can do this as well, ordered at least once. So now we're not doing the subscription status is subscribe to email filter in this one. I'll show you why. Because Omniscient has released a feature that for each automation you can select whether this automation should go to either subscribed or non-subscribed or to unsubscribers as well. So you can clearly segment based on that. So here we are not so here we are not adding the filter that people. So here we are not adding the filter. So here we are not adding the filter. So here we are not adding the filter that we only want to segment it based on. So we so here we are not adding the filter that people who have subscribed to email, because Omnisend has added a feature in each automation you can so here we are not adding the filter that people who have subscribed to email, because in Omnisend has recently added a feature where you can select according to the each automation that whether you want to send this automation to subscribe people or to non-subscribe or to even unsubscribers. So that's why we will not be setting that up here. We can just set that up in the automation. So now once we have created the segment, we'll just go to automation and then create a workflow, and we can do create from scratch, or we can just select the welcome one because it would be easier. You can just create flow and then go to the welcome one here, the first one. Okay, it says customer enters the workflow when they have subscribed to marketing. Okay, it has already been selected. Trigger filters are channel subscribe to email, subscription at the sign up form, and this is already integrated with the sign up form, so we don't have to do anything with the triggers. And then the exit conditions are placed order. We can do more as well. For example, if they have like added to cart or checkout, so let's do that as well. Let's We won't select add filter. We will select add exit condition, added product to cart, and then we will select another exit condition, which would be checkout, started checkout. And here we go. And this was the setting that I was talking about, workflow channel settings. Here you can customize it to which recipients do you want to send. Do you want to send this to only subscribers, or subscribers and non-subscribers, or even if this is like a transactional message, then we can also send it to unsubscribers, but we will just select the subscribed ones. And after that we can go and select frequency as well, and we will this is the correct setting for the frequency, that skip contacts who have already been in this automation at any time. So anybody who goes through the welcome automation should not go through it again ever. Skip contents who are currently in or have recently completed other automations. So regarding this, we can select other automations as well. For example, browse and card, but this doesn't make sense in the welcome flow. We choose this setting in the other automation. For example, we choose this in a browse abandonment, but we will talk about that in the other video where we are talking about browse abandonment. So now these are all the settings we've selected. Now here we have to split it based on customers versus prospects. So let's do that. We go to split section, we split it, and then we will go here and then we will select here contact properties. After that we will select segment here, and we can also see what are trigger properties, trigger filters. But when we go to trigger filters, segment won't be here. These are all the trigger filters. And message engagement is just open or click message. So we have to split it based on the segment. So we'll go to contact properties, we'll select the filter segment, and then we'll select here this segment that we just created, ordered at least once. So we have to manually select it. We cannot search it here, so let's just find it. It will be very low because the O in ordered were also small. Oh, it's right here. Ordered at least once. We'll just select it and then we'll save it. After that, Omnisend recommends that whenever you split, you should add like a delay, 1 or 2 minute delay. So it's already here. We can just duplicate it and then select the uh, delay here as well. So we can just select, okay, 1 minute is fine, because we don't want people to wait, for the discount code that we promised in the for pop-up form. So this is the welcome flow, and we'll just duplicate it. And so this is how we do it. So in, we created these emails, right? So we have to slice them and then we have to import it manually in Omnisend. So the first is welcome with no incentive versus welcome with incentive. If we go here, okay, this one is without incentive, the customers one, and prospects one is with incentive. So anybody who has purchased is our customer already. So we have to send him without the incentive one. So email without the incentive one, and we have to send the welcome with incentive here. So let's just do the incentive one because it is the most important. And let's just go edit content. Yeah, if it says this, you can just save it because the workflow is not started, so it doesn't matter. So you don't have to worry, that this will just send out to the customers. So now this looks right here. So this is how it looks. So let's just edit the prospect one because it is the most important one. Let's just go and edit content. We can save it because the workflow is not live. So it just wants to save whatever we have done here. So let's just save it. And then we have to go to, for there are multiple ways you can do this, but how I would do is just go to the quick edit and then select image here. Now we will not be doing the image here because let's just create one separate column, to avoid anything, any problems, because the what is the column, the column has like a different padding, and you can add multiple items in it. You can add text here as well, button here as well, images here as well, and the whole email can be one column as well. But we create multiple column because, for example, I want this column to be seen visibility on devices. I want this column to only be visible on mobile only or desktop only, so I can do that as well. So that's why we create multiple columns in case we have to edit things and do multiple things, change the padding of it, change the background of it. So that's why. So let's just create one separate column, and then let's just go to image. We've selected image, and then let's go to select file. And now we can upload from computer and then browse files. And now I have all the. So one thing that you can do, you will not be able to see the my file explorer, but the one thing that you can do is select all the slices at once. You cannot do this in Klaviyo, but you can do this in Omnisend. So I'll select all the slices and then just select them, and these are all the selected. So let's just upload it. And this is the one. It's a very big, so it's the whole email actually, so just for the reference, but the slide starts from here. So let's just select it. Okay, we have selected it. Now we have to do alt text as well. So one of the things, benefits of Windows is that you can download Power twice, and then you can the shortcut is Windows Shift and T. When I do this, I can like we take a screenshot. I can just hover over this the whole text, and then it will automatically copy it. So I'll just do that now. It's almost perfect always. So I just copied it and it's like this. So there's some problem. For example, the 10 welcome 10 is not properly, and then the brand name is not proper, otherwise because of the handwriting. Otherwise, if the font is very simple, then it would be perfect. For example, see, this is perfect because the font was proper. It was enjoy 10%. So I usually do this. I have all the text in all text, and then the link should go to the collections page. Let me just copy the collection page. We'll just go to ready to ship, and yeah, just copy it, shop all gifts. And now I have to go to layout and then remove all the paddings. We can have I just remove all the paddings, and now it is completely big. Now I have to go to layouts here as well. After I completely remove the paddings, I have to select this image and remove image padding from here as well. We removed the padding from column, but now we have to do it from image as well, and you can see now it covers everything. So this is the first one, and then And now let's just I can just duplicate it and then go to replace, select the second one. This is a CTA, so we can create CTAs in Omniscient as well. So let's do that. First, let's just import everything for our ease. I just imported this as well, and let's import text as well. But let's create text here, because it is a flow and it will be automated. So let's just make sure everything is fine. So I'll delete the rest of the things. I imported the whole email. I'll delete rest of the things. This could be the same color as this. And one of the other features of PowerToys is if you press Windows Shift and C, you can it automatically opens the color picker. So I just pick the color here, and then I will go in the footer, and I can change. This is another column, so I can just change the color here. And then for the everything here, I can just this text color could be black. So this is it. And then okay, this is it. I can choose center here as well and remove some of the paddings. Well, 0, so I can do it as well, and I can have the same color here as well. So this is how it looks. But here it is white and it also has this banner. So let's just let's slice it. Because we don't have the slice of this, so we just press S and we select it. We go to export. We go to 2x. We export it, and then let's just choose the color white here because it was white there. And then we can go to this, and let's just look at image because we would want no padding here. Let's just see if we can have no padding. Um, and let's just select here and import the banner. And then we have to do the image padding as well, remove image padding. So this is how it looks. This is exactly how it looks in Figma. So let's just do. Okay, now we can create CTAs by ourselves. We go to quick add and then we go to button. We just select here and then see there's a lot of difference. So in Omniscient you have to choose between three button styles: primary, secondary, and tertiary, and you can change the settings when you just select on a blank page and then you go to buttons and then you can change settings for each. So let's just go to primary button and let's have the font 18 pixel, and then let's bold it, and the let's see what's the font here in Figma. Na? In Figma the font is Monterey. Okay, so we don't Monstrate, so we don't have to change the font. And then let's just go into colors. Color should be red. I will again open the color picker and quickly have the color, and then I have to go in shape. I have to select this, and then I have to have the padding. So let's just do 825, or let's just do 50 and 50 here. And then we have to change the change looks. So this is how it looks. Now I can again change the layout, the color of. So if I have to change the color of background color, I have to just select it and then go to layout and then choose the color. So pick the color again, just select it. Okay, now we have this. Now we can choose to either have different buttons for mobile and desktop as well. So I can just select it, I can just duplicate it, and then I can go here and just choose the layout, and then visibility on devices, desktop only, and then I can go here and have the setting mobile only. So this is like the same column, so I have to add another column here. Otherwise I won't be able to do it. Okay, so I understand. There's a problem here. I cannot choose the layout of here, because if I choose a layout here, then it would be, because it's one column, it will choose the visibility for everything that I have here, because I didn't have multiple columns. So that's why we usually have multiple columns. I'll have to do this, and then I have to again go to layout and then remove all the padding. Mm, okay, this is done. Now I have to choose two more columns, because we have want to have separate columns for desktop and mobile. So I'll select this, okay, and this, and then the color would be, I think, yeah, it would be the same. Okay, I can just delete this as well, and now I can select it and then go to visibility. Okay, I want this desktop only, and I want this mobile only. But the problem now is we cannot change the setting for each button separately. So I have to select this one and then select secondary button. So now secondary is very different. So I have to go to buttons and then secondary, and then have the same settings. So let's say I am doing this for the mobile, and then I want to do this for desktop, and I want to select 26 pixels. Bold shape should be like this, and the padding should be 50/50, and the color should be the background color. Let's choose the color again. The background color should be, and then the text color should be white. So this is how it looks, and then there's like a border as well. So I have to choose that I don't want any border. So this is how it looks. I think it's fine, but the only thing that I can see is it could be a little bit more rounded. So yeah, I think 50 pixels in the shape here is fine. So let's do that for primary as well. Instead of 28, let's just select 50. So this is it. So this is for desktop only, and this is for mobile only, and this is how it looks. And we can just duplicate it for here as well. So now I don't have to duplicate the text, but I want to duplicate the whole column. So I will duplicate this here, and then I will duplicate this here as well, and I would uh, press down button to make sure that this goes down to here, and then I would select the other one as well. Okay, so now we have it. So now the text button is luxury, shop luxury now. So let's just do that, and for both of them, and now we have it. And now we have to change, we have to, okay, so the background color should be white here. So let's just go to column and then select, okay, white, and then here as well we should select white, and then I should delete this one. Okay, so this is it. Now the thing that we can go to quick add text, and then we can select the layout white, and then we can, again, using power twice, I can just go and do this, select the whole text, and then what we have to do is, so this is how it looks. So I have to make sure it looks good. So let's just go choose 18 pixels, and then let's have line breaks in a box, and then select another, and then if you press Windows plus dot, you can have like the emoji selector. So let's just do that. I will select heart here, and here I can just have the hugging emoji, and then I will select all, and then go here, align center, and then I would heart emoji. Okay, and then I can come here and then personalize it. So we can go here in the insert personalization tag, and then I can go in contact first name, and then it asks me default, so I can just have lovely as the default, and then I can insert it, and then I can remove this one. So hey lovely, and then comma, and then this is how it looks. So I can just delete this one. So again, for the text as well, we can have multiple, we can have different for desktop and mobile. So you can just click column, select the column. We have to choose multiple columns again. So okay, so I have to select this column. Okay, I've chosen it. Now I will duplicate it, and then I will select the column here for mobile, and then here I will select it for desktop only, and for desktop I will just increase the font size to 22. So this is what we can do. This is not important. You can, agree. You can see. You can test it. Preview it on mobile and desktop as well, and then choose one font for both. But you can choose different for desktop and mobile. You can choose different as well. So everything is fine. Yeah, everything looks fine. So now the most important thing is that you always preview it, test it in desktop also and mobile also. If you have like iPhone and Android, so it's better to test in every device, in Android as well, in iPhone as well, and then in desktop as well. And then, um, so one thing that, of course, there are some things missing here. So we have to choose the alt text here, and then link it. So let's just link it, and then let's leave the alt text for now, but I never leave it. So you should definitely have it. So I just have all these buttons go to the main collections page, not the home page. Here as well. So if you have like multiple columns, so you have to make sure that every column has a link. Otherwise, you can't just forget it. Okay. So now we'll preview it on and test it on mobile, but we won't do that here. We can just look at okay, this is how it looks. Everything is fine. We go to mobile and everything seems fine. You can shorten the body text, but it doesn't matter how it looks in preview. You should always check it on your Android device or on iPhone, whatever. So we can just do send test email. We can test multiple emails as well just by pressing the comma here. And yeah, that would be good to go. And then we have to finish editing here. We can change the subject and preview, of course, here as well, pre-header and subject, whatever we want. And yeah, we can now, how will we change everything here? How will we make sure that everything is proper and according to this plan? So we'll just continue to duplicate it. So let's just duplicate it. Now we can do like 2 days, however today, and then we can select delay here as well, 2 days. And then because we have already created this email, we can just duplicate it or have save it as a template and then edit it in every email. So we can do that as well. And then we will continue to do this until we reach this point, the objection handling point. So let's just assume that we have reached that point. So let's duplicate these, and then so once we have reached that point, we will just not include anything in this side because this is the customer side, and then we will add the incentive is ending soon, and then the plain text email here because it is about the discount. So we'll just add those here. So finally, this is our video. They everything seems okay. Will not include the discount code. There will be no discount code. So we will remove everything mentioned about discount code here, and then this is how it would look when it comes to end of the welcome flow. There will be some more emails in the prospect section versus in the customer section. So yeah, this was it.
Then they can help you with. So this was about the welcome flow. Okay, first let's see some of the results. So this is when we were sending. Actually, the name of the workflow is a welcome without £10 off. It's a discount code. but I have filtered it through December 1 to December 31, 2024. So this was the time when we were sending, when we had a discount code on the pop-up form. So the conversion rate, you can see open rate is 61%, click rate is 15.9%, and place order rate is 5.1%. But we remove the discount code, and now if we look through the last 30 days, we can see that the open and click rate and place through it is a little bit low. The placed order rate was 5%, now it's 3.1%, and click through rate was 15%. And all the results are still kind of similar. So this was the result. So what I wanted to mention was I have created this document inside ClickUp with this is welcome flow. It has everything related to the welcome flow. It has all the flows filters, and then it has, like I showed you the split, it has the prompt for each email in the welcome flow. So you can see, okay, split is only in the first email in the welcome flow, and then the email one, it has objective of the email, and then it has a GPT prompt. So if you want to, let's say, create a welcome email one, so you can just copy paste this prompt, and then change the details of the brand, and then mention, okay, this is the brand and we want to make first welcome flow of this brand, and then it will create an excellent welcome flow. It has everything. The prompt, if you read the prompt, act as an email marketing expert and create a welcome email for brand. And then we also mention, okay, this is for new customers who have made their first purchase, and then we tell the AI to the goal of the email, and then we also tell about the key considerations. So it literally has every single thing that you may need. You don't need to have any other prompt related to it. So you can just copy paste this prompt and it will create an excellent email. So this is the GPT prompt for the first welcome email for customers who have already purchased from us. So you can see it has literally everything. But let's read through the first GPT prompt for the email one for the prospects, because it is the most important thing. So if you look at, we have mentioned the objective, you can copy paste from here, from GPT prompt to all the way to email structure. And then what it just says is, okay, this is a welcome email for brand. You will just mention your brand here, and then you will say, okay, specify new subscriber for images, and then the goal is to introduce them. Okay, acknowledge the subscription. They have subscribed, key considerations. So this is the welcome email. And then reinforce brand trust, deliver the promised discount code clearly, because we have promised a discount code on the pop-up form. So create urgency, and then direct them to products. And the email structure as well. So you can see here, okay, the subject line should be under 50 characters, preview text under 80 characters, and the banner headers, banner subheaders, banner CTs, persuasive body text, closing CT buttons. This is a welcome email. So this was it. So now and this is only the first email. So it has literally everything. And then for email 2, the GPT prompt here is as well. For each email, there is a different GPT prompt. The email structure is same, but key considerations is obviously different, and the objective is different. So you can see, you can just, whenever you want to create, okay, email, if you want to create email 5, you can just copy this prompt and paste it. If you want to create everything in bulk, you can copy paste this whole and then mention your details. Okay, this is the brand. I want to create it for this brand. So you can do that. I will sharing this in the comment section. So I'll be sharing this in the comment section. You can just copy paste from there as well, and you can subscribe to my channel, because I'll be sharing this for other automations as well, and I will be sharing a bunch of the resources, so you'll be able to get those. And then, so I'm the owner of Goals and Beyond. We're an email marketing agency, and what we do is we try to maximize the revenue for e-commerce brand and try to get as much as 40% revenue from email marketing. So brands don't have to rely completely on paid ads. So we also create a brand image in the minds of the customer. So we create long-term retention strategies so that customers retain for long-term for the brands and drive maximum revenue. And what we do is we do this by not sending promotional emails all the time. So whenever someone sees an email, your brand's email in the inbox is already cluttered. But whenever see your email, they will say, okay, this email will have some value. This email will be not only sale, 10% off, 20% off. This email will have some value. So we do this by sending